Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Let's talk about Wanda coming for Kiki and her talking about the new couple Trish and her man. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell button so you know every single time that I post. And everyone, please like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. So Miss Wanda went live on her Instagram page to talk about Kiki, and she talked a little bit about Black and Trish and all of that. So we're going to get into it. So let's talk about what she said about Trish first of all. She started by saying that she's never met Trish and she never really wants to meet her. And I was like, okay, like, I understand you've never met someone, you don't really want to meet them. That's just a bit like, what was that really necessary? But you guys know how Miss Wanda rolls, right? Okay. She's like, yeah, she doesn't know her, she doesn't want to meet her or whatever, but that she wants to meet her husband. I'm like, wait, what? She starts talking about the fact that her man is hot and he has a nice body and he's giving Martell a run for his money. I'm just like, for me, it was so embarrassing. Like, at first it was funny, but she went on. And I was a bit like, this is a bit too much. Like, that is someone's man at the end of the day. Like, can we have some decorum, please? Like, I don't know what it is, but I personally don't like when someone is like fawning over someone who is obviously in a relationship, especially when you see that they're in a relationship and you're like, oh, he fine, and oh, his body, and oh, when he came out with his shirt off. I'm like, this is too childish. Like, there's no need for all of that. Like, yeah, okay, fine, he's a fine man or whatever. That should be the end of it. Like, all that talking about him being shirtless and all of that kind of stuff. She did also allude to him being Trish's side man. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, we talked a little bit about it in one of our videos where we said that word on the streets is that Trish is allegedly married to someone else, and that the guy she's on the show with is her side ninja. And I remember thinking, like, how do you come on a show with your side man when you have a husband? Like, even if you're separated, I would be like, let's wrap this up quickly before I introduce the world to my side man. Like, seriously, it just doesn't look right, it doesn't seem right. And then to come on the show and then we now find out you've allegedly done something with Martell. It's not looking good, sis. Like, it's not looking good. The least you could have done is ideally maybe publicly say that you're no longer this, even though you're this, you're filing for divorce or whatever, and that you're now in a new relationship. I don't know, something. The problem with being introduced like this and then we're finding out outside of the show is that it just gives the impression that, like, you're not a stand-up person and that you don't want that sort of energy when you're just joining a show. You want to hopefully have people that relate to you, understand where you're coming from. But then if you're coming on and there is no sort of indication about you previously being married and currently being married to someone else, it just doesn't look good. I feel like the only way Trish gets to salvage this is if she talks about it on the show and sort of gives us some sort of explanation, maybe like her ex-husband deserted her or something, like just some sort of, or her husband really, just some explanation that explains why the divorce has not yet happened, or may not happen, whatever the case may be. Just give us some context around it so that people are not on the internet trying to find the context and insinuate things that may or may not be true. Anyway, Trish girl, Miss Wanda wants to meet your husband. She even said Carlos should give her some time with the husband. I'm like, girl, are you okay? That is too much and too far. She also said that man makes older women wish for younger days. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I understand that. But I just feel like she was just doing too much. But I guess she meant it all in jest. So it is what it is. Let's move on to what Wanda had to say about Kiki. Wanda basically said that she tried to give Kiki a chance and that Kiki had the nerve to come at her on an interview with a blogger. She did say something, and I agree with, was like when Kiki was going over to Anthony and all these other bloggers allegedly, it's like, why not just come out, her and her mom, and straighten things up? Say what happened. Clarify that. It's like, no, instead you kept trying to go into hiding and cover things up. You all know how I feel about the whole Mel and Kiki situation. I feel like Kiki should have come up to say, Mel, girl, I'm so sorry. I love you, sis, but I made a mistake. I was in my feelings because I felt this way. I'm so sorry. I vented to the wrong person. It has now escalated. I love you. I'm sorry. I feel like that would have been enough. But instead, she just didn't do that. Instead, she chose to have a follow-up call, according to her, with Anthony, where she decided to keep bringing the thing up and then it sounded like they were trying to figure out how to do damage control. And my thing about that is the fact that you're calling Anthony with your mom on the call to try and do damage control instead of just being honest with your friend shows that it's not looking good for you either way. I feel like there's no way you can slice and dice it. It's just not looking good. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Wanda on that. If you said something, if it's come out or whatever, even before it comes out, I would have appreciated you speaking to your friend to apologize and talk about it. Or even your family member, whatever the case may be. I would say you might as well come out and tell the truth. But the fact that you don't tell the truth, you're quiet about it, you keep going back and forth on that's not looking good. It doesn't make any sense. Miss Wanda did say that Kiki had been coming for her for a while. She was quiet. She's not going to let anybody come for her, which is fair enough. I'm sorry. If you're raising and talking about me, then I'm well within my rights to come back and say what I got to say. I don't have to keep quiet about it. But now, I don't agree with the fact that Wanda is saying she's been keeping quiet. Wanda be talking all the time, so I don't really believe that she's keeping quiet or has been keeping quiet about it. Now, she may not have addressed it to the level of detail that she wants to address it, but still, she has not been keeping quiet. There's nothing anyone can say to me about that one, that Miss Wanda has been keeping quiet. Come on, she's always on live talking about something, so I refuse to agree that she has been keeping quiet. Now, one thing I thought was interesting was Wanda kept talking about she's going to go on YouTube live, where she'll break down all the tea and all that kind of stuff, and people need to join her. She even said she's looking for mods and all of that. And it just made me think, I feel like Wanda is trying to break into that YouTube market. I think she is trying to be a blogger. I really believe that. I feel like she wants to gather the audience and start maybe potentially reviewing the show and talking about it more and all that kind of stuff. That's what it's given, because why else are you trying to urge people to come on YouTube live and be like, oh, we're going to break this down, we're going to talk about this? Why not just say it now? It's given you have an agenda and you want to, join on YouTube or whatever. The thing is, I don't mind. There is more than enough room for everybody. The only thing I have an issue with, or I hope that does not become an issue, is I hope it does not now become another bash melody again. Because I feel like we all know Wanda is male identified. We have seen it time and time again in the way in which she clowns Melody, but is constantly bigging up Martell. Now, we have to give her some credit in the sense that when some of these people did not come out to say things, she has called Martell out here and there. Now, will I say it's consistent? No, but she has done it every now and then. So I have to say that and put my hand up on that. But at the same time, I feel like if she decides to come and start reviewing the show and all that kind of stuff actively, then I feel like we are allowed to be suspicious, because we know that all these people try to start their own thing so that they can do what? Bash the queen. So I feel like that's all that is going to be. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Will you guys be tuning to watch her YouTube live? I know I wouldn't, but if I do catch it later on, maybe I'll like watch a few bits. I don't know, I kind of struggle to like listen to her, to be completely honest with you guys, but it's one of the things that I feel like I have to do on this show for y'all. You know, I gotta watch certain things so I can bring the tea to you guys so that you guys don't have to. I watch it, I put myself through it so you don't have to. Anyways, that is all I had to talk to you guys about today. Don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post or go live. Don't forget to share, guys. Sharing and liking and all that good stuff really helps. Also, if you like to join the membership so we can have like private conversations behind the wall, make sure you click on join. It's $199. So yeah, make sure you join if you want to. You guys, we also have an Instagram page, so make sure you click on the link in the description bar below if you want to follow us. Yeah, like follow us, cash app us, whatever you want to do. Everything is in the description bar below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.